H without the Y. Why this moment? Why this tournament? It's because in this sport, the dream is to stand on the lanes for a televised final.
All 10 there. Full rack attack. And there's your strike.
It's because every bowler wants to walk in the company of the game's legends. Win what they want. Succeed where they succeeded.
For the win, he's got it.
Coming home. 3.
This is the 5th and final major of the season. Impossible pressure under a giant spotlight. A chance to tear up the stage with an emphatic statement.
Buttriff moves on. Kevin McCune takes down another legend.
One defining performance.
For the win. Oh my goodness.
The PBA Players Championship starts now on Fox.
First time in 9 years, the PBA has returned to legendary Bolero, North Brunswick, and the wait has been worth it for these fans. It is a sold-out crowd on hand for the final major of the season, the PBA Players Championship, presented by Snickers. Our best of 5 final features fresh face and flame-throwing Kevin McCune versus Jacob Buttriff, who with the win would become Hall of Fame eligible. An electric crowd we have here, standing room only. Happy Mother's Day to all of our bowling moms out there. So happy you're spending some of your special day with us. Rob Stone, yeah, they know who you are, the Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen here with you. Back at the 1968 Fort Worth Open, Don McCune won the first of his Hall of Fame career titles on the tour. Nearly 44 years after that, his son Eugene won his final title on the tour. Yeah. And today we could see a third-generation McCune, Kevin, win on the PBA Tour.
It seems like every time you and I are together, there's PBA history in the making, right? Kevin McCune is an absolute dragon slayer. And what he has done to get to this point today has been amazing. He took down the #1 player on the planet in E.J. Tackett. They did go to a roll-off, and McCune was able to survive, taking down E.J. Tackett in a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. Next up for young Kevin McCune, well, it was Anthony Simonson, and he swept him 2-0. This guy is unfazed by everything. No pressure at all. I mean, and the numbers that he's brought to strike track in this event, we haven't seen before on the PBA Tour.
He throws darts. We're talking 30 miles per hour. Yeah. Those balls are moving down lane. He takes on the talented but unpredictable Jacob Buttriff. Jacob had an 89-pin swing yesterday between his first and second games.
Can't trust him. He's sneaky, right? I mean, he didn't have a double against Bill O'Neill in game 1. He shoots 175, and just when it looked like it might be a cakewalk for O'Neill, what does he do? He starts game 2 with the front 7. They go to a roll-off. He gets a nice break trip in the 6-pin, and he eliminates Bill O'Neill from this tournament. One thing you can say about Jacob Buttriff, don't ever turn your back on him.
Don't turn your back on Butters. Here are your odds to win, provided by Fox Bet, and Jacob Buttriff has been installed as your favorite to win the 5th and final major of the season, the PBA Players Championship. Let's check in with our 2 finalists standing by with our Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, guys. So, Kevin, in the Open, they called you the Dragon Slayer because you took out 2 of the hottest players to get here in the finals today. But along this journey of yours, you have been nothing but calm, cool, and collected at any point. Did you feel the pressure that you're going for your first major?
Not really. I mean, I'm out here because I know I'm able to compete with these guys, and I mean, it's in my blood, my dad, my grandpa. So I feel like I was born to be out here, and haven't really felt the pressure yet.
Well, we have actually mentioned your dad and your grandpa several times over the past few weeks, but today it's Mother's Day, and your mom, Christine, is here cheering you on. So what would it mean for you to win in front of her and the family on Mother's Day, your first title?
Obviously, it'd be something very special. It's definitely nice to have them both here, but at the end of the day, it's just another day, and I need to come out and perform. I mean, whether they're here or not, I can't think about it like any sentimental day.
It's just another day at work for you. Good luck today. And Jacob, it's been no secret whatsoever that you were super close to your mom before she passed just under 3 years ago. What does it mean to you that today of all days you find yourself in a major on such a special day?
Well, Kimberly, it's a win no matter what. Being in this situation, I'm very thankful, and I know that Kevin's got his mom here today supporting him, and I know my mom's supporting me upstairs, so I think no matter what the outcome is today, it's a very special day, and I'm very thankful for it.
I have no doubt that she is super proud of you, but there's more on the line than just a major for you today, because if you win today, you are actually Hall of Fame eligible at 28 years old. Have you given that any thought?
Definitely. I've been roaming around, just thinking back about it, but at the end of the day, it's Mother's Day and Hall of Fame eligible on the line, so I think I just need to put those aside and go out there and bowl the best I can.
Wish you luck today.
Thank you.
All right, Kimberly, thank you. As we take a look at today's oil patterns, plural. On the left, it's the Dick Weber 45. On the right, the Don Carter 39.
Yeah, we see a lot of urethane balls going down the Don Carter pattern because it's a much shorter pattern, easier for the players to control motion on the shorter pattern. They're also going to play farther to the outside part of the lane than they would on the Dick Weber pattern.
Kevin McCune will start us off. Again, this is the best of 5, so it's not a sprint. It is a marathon today. You heard how loud the crowd was in our open. Quiet now, and turn him back up, McCune. Turn him back up. Oh, little kick.
I mean, is this guy ever going to get nervous? Is he ever going to feel how big this moment is?
Nope.
I mean, he just starts off like that?
Takes a seat. Did that thing show only 20.9 miles per hour?
He's just getting warmed up.
Come on, man. Bring the heat. Bring the heat, Nuke. Your 2 seed, Jacob Buttriff from Tempe. 7-10. Hey, I got a guy in the house who knows how to drop this. You know who's here, don't you?
I do.
The guy who's going to give Jacob Buttriff a ride back home later today. The one and the only Ginger Assassin.
And the Ginger Assassin actually, there he is right there. He actually made the 7-10 split against Buttriff.
At a major.
Yeah.
There he is. There's our guy.
Anthony Nyer.
The Ginger Assassin. Come on, give us a wave, Anthony.
Well, the guy behind him realized he was on TV.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Knows. Anthony. By the way, the smile that popped on our faces when he came over here to our little booth area.
Yep.
So good to see him. Not the start Buttriff wanted. Again, best of 5, and oh boy. Well, we talked about the unpredictable nature of this game. And you're seeing a valley right now, but there's plenty of peaks to come for Buttriff.
You know, yesterday all of his strikes on the left lane came with a reactive ball, and he's starting with urethane.
Match number 1 yesterday versus Bill O'Neill. Buttriff rolled a 175. Followed that up with a 264. It was perfect through the first 7 frames as well. There's the arsenal for Kevin McCune.
Purple hammer on the right lane for Kevin. That's bringing some serious smoke right there. Fastest strike numbers I've ever seen on Strike Track.
Goes for the 2-4, hammers it. Take a look at the tail of the tape between McCune and Buttriff, both of them in their 20s.
Yeah, and some big numbers really stuck out to me, Rob, and that was the averages first and foremost. And then take a look at the high game for both players.
McCune up 11 in the 3rd. It's thinking about it. A 10 pin again.
Well, the 10-pin didn't go down, but I promise you, it probably has a mild concussion right now. It doesn't know what to do.
It needs a support staff to make its way to the back. Wait till this one hits it.
So he's using the purple hammer on the right lane, which is non-reactive. The ball on the left lane is an Innovator Solid, which is reactive. And again, long pattern on the left, short pattern on the right. Makes sense to go with the stronger ball on the longer pattern. Jacob Buttriff right now, purple hammer on both lanes. And we'll wait and see if he does go to reactive on the left.
First strike for Buttriff. Two oil patterns in Kimberly. Jacob is just fine rolling that way today.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He said that when I talked to him earlier, he actually genuinely enjoys competing on the dual patterns. He had 2 300s this week. He also had a low of 145. So, I asked him, how do you like competing on them? And he says he loves it. He says it tests everyone's versatility, and you have to have patience. He says, you could be really good on one lane, but if you don't figure out the second one, you'll start to overthink things. And I'm really good at mentally switching from one pattern to the next.
Well, he's having some issues early on here in our best of 5, so that's his second open frame through 4. An open in the first and the fourth already for Buttriff. The lead at 24 for young Kevin McCune, trying to win his first PBA Tour title. His dad and his grandfather, both winners on the PBA Tour. Former Midwest Region Rookie of the Year. 24 years old from Munster, Indiana, about 30 minutes outside of Chicago. Bam! Second strike for McCune. He looks for his first double.
Short pin. Coming across looking for the 4, but I kind of feel like I've seen this movie before, Rob.
What was it titled?
It was titled Kevin McCune gets off to a really great start and wins, and Jacob Buttriff bowls a bad opening game.
Seems like a long title.
Ouch.
Needs to be shorter, condensed, a little bit more of a hook. It's tough to get all that on a poster.
Let me work on it during the break. First game against Bill O'Neill yesterday. Buttriff shoots 175 out of the gate.
Had 2 open frames in that one as well.
Yeah, no doubles. 3 strikes if you don't count the fill shot. If he spares here, he'll be on a 175 pace here in game 1.
Again, this one, not a sprint. This is a marathon. Best out of 5, so you can have a down game like Butters did yesterday.
Yeah.
And have the time to respond and recharge and get your game back together.
I'm still thinking about how to condense that movie title.
You got about an hour and 45 minutes to work on it. I'll even let you work on it through the USFL game, which follows us. But I think you'll come up with something. Buttriff in the 6th. Good gracious.
24610 is split.
24610.
He went to reactive that time. He got out of the urethane on the left lane, and again, disaster.
open frame number 3. My goodness, nobody saw this coming here at the PBA Players Championship. Kevin McCune looking for his first tour title, and game number 1 is going his way so far. On Fox is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Want to move fast? With same-day mortgage, you can go from application to approval in as fast as 1 day to get you closing on the home of your dreams in just 10 days. Learn more at rate.com. And by Bolero, the #1 place to bowl, party, and play with over 325 locations nationwide. Head to Bolero.com today to find a center near you. Well, the bowling business has been good to the McCunes. There's Don, won 8 tour titles, the 73 PBA Player of the Year in the Hall of Fame. And then Eugene, 3 titles on the tour. Great success as a senior player as well. And there's Kevin McCune, just 24 years old, 2 regional titles, seeking his first title, though, on the national circuit. This is just his 2nd year as a full-time pro. And there's his dad, Eugene. Watching son Kevin, a lot of folks saying, I haven't seen Eugene smile that much in ever.
Yeah, it was good to see, man. Eugene was so proud of his son yesterday.
Really, 10? Really?
So a lot of times there could be too much velocity creating a ringing 10-pin. Watch 6-pin, second from the right. And I mean, it just slingshots around the 10.
We saw McCune yesterday with the golf hole jersey, the 19th hole, right, at Tiger's Place. You see what he's got on his jersey today?
I can't tell.
Take a look at the brown there. There's Knight Automotive on the back for
like
all of your automotive needs in the Crown Point, Indiana area. I go to Knight Automotive.
It looks like a baseball stadium.
It is a baseball stadium. It is one of the greatest baseball stadiums on this planet. It's Wrigley Field. Kevin, a huge baseball fan and player. Loves all baseball. Cubs would be his team if he had one. Kimberly's got more on the baseball career of Kevin McCune coming up in a moment, but McCune takes a seat now with a strike, his 3rd of this match, and he is in control against Buttriff here in our best-of-5 opener. And Buttriff still seeking that 2nd strike of this opening game.
And it's a good thing it's the best of 5 for Jacob Buttriff, because it's a rough start. His execution's not very good, and his ball reaction's terrible.
If this was stepladder. Good seeing you, Jacob.
Yeah. Now let's take a look, Rob, at what he's done thus far on just the left lane alone. Remember, he started with urethane, and there's the urethane ball going down the lane, so he goes light. Okay, well, all right, well, let me make a little move off of that. Let me try to go a little bit straighter. Oh, tonk, big 4. And then he comes back with reactive. Well, I got to get out of that ball. Let me try this one, and it's the same result, 6 split.
Yeah, back-to-back open frames on that left lane. And that's where Jacob is right now. Needs something positive on that side and gets it.
Went back to the urethane ball on the left lane.
Baseball night in America next Saturday. Baseball always on McCune's mind as he gets that rep to drop. And Kimberly, his baseball success has led to a lot of his success here on the hardwood.
Yeah, it sure has, because you mentioned that he loves baseball, and that's because he played it all through his youth in high school and in college, and even won back-to-back state titles in high school. So as a freshman, he was a catcher, and as a sophomore, he was a pitcher, and he told us that he uses those experiences to find similarities between baseball and bowling. And for instance, baseball is all about using your legs, so it's natural for him to use his legs to generate all the power you see when he throws. He says typically most people think power comes from your upper body instead of pushing with your legs.
Could you imagine playing Little League against Kevin McCune when he's back there behind the plate and you're trying to come home?
Nope. I'm gonna take a pass.
It'd be like running into a brick wall.
Yeah. Slams that one to the pit. McCune was a two-time collegiate All-American at Calumet College of St. Joseph. He bowled and played baseball there. Led CCSJ to wonderful rankings in his 2 years there. First double for Jacob.
You didn't pay off your Calumet story. I'm waiting for you to pay it off.
Well, I left that one for you. That's more your turf.
Well, but I thought you could like kind of tee me up on that.
Randy,
yeah.
You know about a certain talent that bowled at Calumet College of St. Joseph?
With Kevin McCune.
With Kevin McCune.
Yeah, his name is Petey Burgos. I started coaching Petey when he was 12, and he had a fabulous career at Calumet with Kevin.
There we go, Jacob. Well, this game is pretty much lost for him.
Yeah,
but Butters is figuring things out here. Strikes in 8, 9, and 10 now.
He's kind of wading through the shark-infested waters right now, trying to find his way for game 2.
And we talked about the unpredictable nature of his game. Don't turn your back on Butters.
Sneaky. Unpredictable.
Figuring things out. We'll see how it plays in game 2.
Back to reactive. Oh! Rob's favorite pin.
Yeah, the 10 pin. You know what? The 10 pin's mother doesn't even like the 10 pin. Jacob curls that one in, so he's done with a 1-7-8. Strike for Nuke McCune over there, and this one is in the book. So McCune takes game 1 of our race to 3. This one was a blowout. What does Butters have in store in game number 2? Find out when our live coverage of the Players returns to Fox. Don McCune wearing the yellow so well. Won 8 career PBA titles. 73 PBA Player of the Year. He produced Eugene McCune, who won 3 times on the PBA title, including winning the Cheetah with Dad Don in attendance. Eugene taking down the legend Norm Duke. And Eugene live with Kimberly.
Thanks, Rob. So, Eugene, it has been said, and I've been told, that getting a smile out of you is far and few between while you were a pro. But yesterday, you were nothing but smiles.
Well, when I was bowling, every time I smiled, I split. So I swore I'd never smile again when I was bowling.
Well, that is definitely not a good thing. But how proud are you of Kevin going out for his first major?
I'm just proud of him as the person he is. He's just a great kid overall, and bowling is secondary. You know, he's just doing a great job.
So I got to ask, does he get his steel nerves from you?
He's just got his steel nerves from coming in with the bases loaded and having to get out of it every time pitching.
Good luck to you guys
and
today.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, including Kevin's mom, Christine, who's in attendance. So Kevin took care of Jacob, 206, 178, 28-pin win in our opening game. Again, this the best of 5, so a chance for your 2-seed Jacob Buttriff to rebound right now. And again, he finished that first game on a bit of a roll.
and may have found a comfort zone, but he's on that left lane, which he had 2 open frames on in our opening game. Leaves the 6.
Left lane last game for Butcher. He goes light, through the nose, strike in the 8, strike in the 10. And now he starts off with a 6-pin here in game 2. And, you know, Rob, we talked about it in the open. We talked about it in game 1. You just don't know what to expect, right? I don't know if he's comfortable yet.
Well, the numbers have worked in Kevin McCune's favor here at the PBA Players Championship in these TV finals. Look at the numbers thrown by his opposition. Very beatable numbers.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing just enough to get by, right? And no big games from Kevin McCune. In fact, his highest game thus far in the mid-220s, 225.
227 also yesterday versus Simonson.
Yeah, both 220s came yesterday, but his opponents are doing nothing against him.
Wow, that one got there fast. Woo. What's the hurry? Matching 9 spares to open up our second game. This is the final major of this PBA season, the PBA Players Championship presented by Snickers. More bowling next weekend, though. Super Slam down in Jupiter, Florida.
We got a reading on a spare shot, 27 miles an hour.
And we've seen faster from him. That's pretty. Jacob earned a bye as the 2 seed, beat Kevin Williams in the round of 8 and Bill O'Neill yesterday in the semifinals. As you take a look at Butter's bio, he has 1 major championship on his resume, winning the 2019 USBC Masters in Vegas. Looking for his 2nd major title today, which would make him Hall of Fame eligible at the age of 28. Pin.
Just when he tries to mount an offensive, ringing 7 for Jacob Buttriff. You know, you're kind of waiting for this, right, to kind of start developing like we saw yesterday, and that kind of puts the brakes on it right there, at least early on. Good news is he's hit the pocket now for his first 3 shots. Bad news on the left lane, he goes 4-pin and then ringing 7.
Nine spare strike to start for Kevin McCune. We had the interview just moments ago, Kimberly talking to his father, Eugene. His grandfather, Don, would bake his balls. Are you kidding me?
Well, he would, before there was any...
Did they taste good?
Before there was any regulations on equipment.
What kind of psycho bakes his balls, by the way?
There was some altering done to the surface of the bowling balls to make them softer so they curve more or hook more. And because the balls back then didn't hook. And whatever you could do...
He literally put his bowling balls in the oven and baked them.
To reduce the hardness and soak them in
Oh, he soaked
stuff.
them too?
Yeah.
What stuff?
I don't know what the chemical was. I'm not even sure that chemical...
What kind of lab is he working in over there?
I'm not even sure that chemical is legal these days.
Oh my gosh. He soaks his balls and bakes his balls. All legal back then.
Yeah. Anything you could do to soften the surface of the bowling ball. And Don got the nickname Soaker. You know, Don was famous for the soakers. And then they put restrictions on balls, and you couldn't do that anymore.
Got donned. More issues for Buttriff. I mean, honestly, can you imagine the visual of opening up an oven and there's a bowling ball sitting there baking at 350?
Listen, guys used to put lead weights in the finger holes and then put plug on top of it just to create an imbalance. Over here, cut that 6-pin into the 7.
Another open frame.
So guys would take lead weights.
Right.
They drill the fingers and thumb holes deeper, as deep as they could. Then they put lead weights inside the holes, and then they would put plug material on top of the lead weights so you couldn't see it.
My goodness. And with that, we welcome you to the Beer Frame, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ask for the original, and please drink responsibly. Maybe put some PBR in those finger holes and do some chugs for a little win. 7-pin left. Maybe Butter should be baking his balls right now. Do something.
I just got word on the chemical that was used.
The text machine is insane today. Who told you this?
Justin Wyman just sent this to me. I don't even know if I can pronounce this. Methyl ketone.
Methyl ethyl ketone?
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure that sounds illegal in numerous states and countries.
It's way illegal in just about every country.
Where would one acquire methyl ethyl whatever the heck that is?
I don't know. Maybe from a veterinarian. I have no idea.
Veterinarian? What is wait, give me that chemical again. Where does it hit your phone? I don't know your passcode. Methyl ethyl what? I just like saying methyl ethyl, I'll be honest with you.
There.
Methyl ethyl
MEK.
MEK.
MEK. Yeah.
The kids call it MEK.
Here, look. Now we have a picture of it.
We do? Oh my God, you can't buy it. It's like in one of those paint thinner cans.
You can still get it at your favorite hardware store.
Yeah, apparently. Let's go load up on some MEK. What are you doing this weekend? I'm going to go shop for some MEK and then bake some bowling balls. You know, I don't know. Maybe if I got time, I'll go to Home Depot. I don't know. I don't know yet, but I'm definitely going to soak bowling balls in MEK and then bake them. My goodness, I love this sport. What the hell happened to this show? All right, let's get back on track, Randy. Is that all right with you?
Man, did we go off the rails.
We sure did. 310 for McCune. Yeah, nice pickup, and that is your spare of the game, sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Want to get moving fast? With same-day mortgage, you can go from application to approval in as little as 1 business day. Time to get your dream home crazy fast. Learn more at rate.com. Your spare of the game, just shot there by Kevin McCune, and his lead is at 21 pins over Jacob Buttriff, and McCune took game number 1 by 28 pins, and he's got himself another early lead here in game 2 at the PBA Players Championship. Welcome back to our live coverage of the PBA Players Championship next weekend on FS1 and here on Fox. It's the PBA Super Slam Cup. You'll see the major winners, including E.J. Tackett, Jason Belmonte in action in Florida. Anthony Simonson will be there as well. So will McCune and Buttriff. A lot of good signs out there today. Ditched mom on Mother's Day to watch Butters. All right.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. That's good, though.
Yeah.
Remember my awesome reign as 24/7 champ? 8 seconds. Lasted 8 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see Butters and Kevin McCune again next week.
Yep, next Saturday, 2 Eastern on FS1, and then the final Sunday here on Fox, also at 2 Eastern. Jacob Buttriff on the right, needing something, and gets a strike. That's his second strike here of game number 2. Both have come on the right lane.
Misses wide left and still gets it back. That's a good sign. The bad thing for me, though, is in a game and a half, he has not tried to change locations yet.
Again, the shorter pattern. A little bit more friction. Makes sense that ball would get back a little bit more.
Needed that. You got it.
Sure did, Rob, and he went back to the reactive ball this time on that left lane. Juggling act for Jacob Buttriff here in game 2, as it was in the first game. Just trying to find something consistent.
And again, this is best of 5. So should he lose here, he's still alive.
Barely.
Barely, but still alive. McCune, 12th at the U.S. Open this year, and gets all 10 to go there.
Ooh. Good numbers to look at right here on Strike Track. There's your location and break point. It's pretty solid there. You know, you talk about, well, he goes down 2, he still has a chance, right? What are the odds, like, say, NBA 7-game series, teams down 0-3?
Slim.
Like,
super slim. I don't know if that's happened.
I don't think it's ever happened. But, I mean, yeah, odds are not good, right?
But at least you got odds.
Oh.
Yeah, McCune starting to get dialed in here. So that's his second double here of game number 2. Lead at 21 as he takes a seat. Good news for the Buttriff camp. They're looking for a triple here.
Kevin McCune keeping the pressure on Jacob Buttriff. You can see the max scores there, 248, McCune 237, Butters.
Three in a row.
Finally moved a little bit on this right lane. He's moved a board and a half. And right over the third arrow. The last thing Jacob Buttriff wants, I promise you, is to fall 0-2 against anyone, let alone Kevin McCune.
Kid is not phased.
No.
By the bright lights and big crowds here on the PBA Tour.
4-7.
And a big miss down lane and a miss inside at the arrows.
Good cleanup by Buttriff. Week 5 of this 2023 USFL season continues next year on Fox. The Memphis Showboats taking on the New Orleans Breakers. You can see it here on Fox. Also available on the Fox Sports app. And that is coming your way next when we are done with live bowling from Jersey. It's the final major of the season, the PBA Players Championship. Best of 5. Game 1 went to that man, Kevin McCune, and he is in control here at game number 2, the lead at 13, looking for 3 in a row, and finding it.
Well, we talked about the theme, right? Execution and strategy, and right now, thus far through almost 2 games, Kevin McCune is making better shots than Jacob Buttriff, period.
Strike from McCune. That's a ham bone. And Randy, you look at his score through game 1 and game 2. He hasn't really been in danger. He hasn't had to make any clutch shots. All his relatively few spare attempts have been pretty basic.
Just staying out of trouble, doing what he has to do, and his opponents haven't pressed him once.
Man, it's over. Game 2 is over. Come on, 7, get down! All right, we've got ourselves a PAP 6-pack alert. Kevin McCune can strike here. He's going to win $1,000, sponsored by PAP's Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. Sunday, Mother's Day, You're at the bowling center, you're watching a major, and now somebody's saying, I might hand you a six-pack. Or I might take that six-pack away and just put it back in the fridge and keep it iced on the Yeti and save it for a little bit later. But the bottom line is McCune is now up 2-0, and Buttroff is now in a must-win situation as we get ready for game number 3 in moments. Buttroff coming over to the side, talking to his ball rep. Parker Bone, the legend. I'm sorry, McCune over there, and there's, you saw the legend, Parker Bone third. Late drop of the 7 for Buttroff.
Hard to tell if there's any ball change for Jacob Buttroff because it still looks like a purple hammer. I don't know if it was a different purple hammer or not, trying to get some intel on that. But Jacob Buttroff's got to find something to have any chance to stay alive. And then he's got to maintain it for 3 games.
Yeah, a lot of confidence in the McCune camp right now, understandably so. A 206 followed by a 247. So that is it, 247, 204, a 43-pin win. Kevin McCune 1 game away from winning his first tour title, and would be a major as well. When we return, pressing questions, Tom Doherty makes an appearance.
What?
Yep. The most famous bowling soundbite in history took place inside this facility February 26th, 2012. Pete Weber back at the 69th edition of the U.S. Open. Other father-son duos to win PBA titles with the Webers and the Johnsons. The Troops, the McCunes, and we might be able to add another McCune, right? It might be Dad Eugene and son Kevin McCune with the way things have been going so far. Rob Stone, the Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen back here with you. Sold out crowd here inside Bolero, North Brunswick. And so far, they have seen a show put on by Kevin McCune. Hasn't even been close.
Yeah, he's been on, nobody's pushed him since the start of the televised finals in this event. Kevin McCune's stayed out of trouble. He's done exactly what he likes to do, and that's go with power and speed and keep the ball in play. Last game, 247. I mean, it wasn't even close. First game was a blowout. But here's young Kevin McCune, game 1, where he shoots 206. It was plenty against Buttroff's 178. And then game 2, he strings 5 in a row late to shoot 247. I don't see his ball reaction going away anytime soon. He's locked in. He's going to go with what got him here, and that's speed and more speed.
So a 28-pin win in game number 1, and here are the highlights from game number 2. He took a 247-204, so a comfortable 43-pin win. And again, this is the best of 5, but this marathon is now turning into a sprint for McCune in the fact that he only needs to win 1 more. Buttroff has to rally and snap off 3 straight wins. You take a look at our score today, and it is Kevin McCune up 2-love. Game number 3 still to come. But before that, as McCune talks to his representatives, it is time for today's pressing questions presented by Go Bowling. Our Kimberly Pressler, she's going to investigate the most embarrassing moments experienced on the tour by our pros through the years, and I'm pretty sure I can guess at least what one of them is.
Stu, what is your most embarrassing moment on the lanes?
I slipped on lane 1, and I slipped like cartoon style, and my feet went above my head, and I landed on my on my ass, and there was like the people in the bowling center were like really concerned, and Dom and my friend both were like, ah!
I'm bowling with Husted, and it's the national doubles in Reno. And I walk up there and just foul the first shot, and Husted's like, gotta do better than that. Gotta stay behind the line at least. And I was, God.
At least.
Yeah, that was like my very first shot as a national tour player. I have the big F on the screen.
I would say tripping over the ball return is definitely up there in the top 5 of embarrassing.
I mean, I did rip my jersey one time in match play and then still had to bowl. And that was pretty embarrassing. Just
On purpose?
yeah, I was pretty mad. And
Like Hulk Hogan style? Because that's what came to mind. Is that what you did?
yeah, not all the way through though. You know, don't have the muscles quite like the Hulk.
I bowled 126, I think, on TV.
I did my best Joel Embiid impression and two-handed dunked my ball into my bag, and it just exploded everywhere. And everybody's up there looking at me, and I felt like I was about this big.
At a European Tour stop one time, I fouled when I needed 2 on my field ball to lose the tournament. That was pretty embarrassing, actually.
Tom, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but could you tell me what your most embarrassing moment on the lanes was?
It seems like anytime Rob Stone's in the building, I don't perform very well. So I remember our first encounter wasn't very good.
Yeah! Give 100!
I don't remember the exact score, but it wasn't very good.
You don't remember it, or selective memory?
Yeah, I'm getting old, so it's trying to forget it.
I remember the number. You guys remember the number back there? What was it? Yeah. A big 100 for our friend Tom Doherty. It was a magical moment, by the way.
It was.
I had so much fun with that. Your most embarrassing moment on the tour?
Bowling a tournament, Cleveland, Ohio. I feel a tear in my pants in the crotchal region. I kept bowling. Every shot, it got worse and worse. I had a tear that went all the way down to my knee. Called the tournament director in. He came over and said, "Randy, are you wearing drawers?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Keep striking." That was it.
Keep striking. Thankfully, we caught you on a day where you were wearing drawers. Excellent news, Randy. All right, game number 3 from the PBA players set to come. Buttriff on the left, McCune on the right. Must-win situation for Butters, and it's next live on Fox.
This year's major tournaments have delivered again.
The triple round.
And again.
Belmo raising the hardware.
And again.
Masters champion.
And again. If you want to be a major champion, you've got to be a closer. It's time to award bowling's last treasured title of the season. Expect some fireworks, because it's now or never at the PBA Players Championship.
Welcome back to Bolero, North Brunswick. Kevin McCune with a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 final showdown against your 2-seed Jacob Buttriff. All McCune so far. A 206 and a 247. And this young 24-year-old is 1 game away from his first tour title. Over the nose.
316.
Last player to win a major for their first title.
Chris Vi.
Yes, sir.
2020.
Happy Mother's Day to Chris Vi's mom, Mama Vi. Mama Vi, she makes the absolute best chocolate chip cookies.
That's right. I remember that. We missed them. Great bowling friend Michael Barrett's mom, Julie, sitting down in front of the TV, watching us live as well. All the great bowling moms out there. Wish them a happy Mother's Day. Jacob Buttriff yet to start with a strike here. Had an open frame in the first, a 9 spare in the second, trying to get another 9 spare. And Kimberly, Buttriff with some advice from a Hall of Famer in between that last TV break.
Yep, absolutely. During the break, Jacob calmly walked over to Hall of Famer Parker Boone to get some advice on what to do. And so I asked Parker, what did you suggest? And he said he told Jacob to get deeper on the lanes and get more angle through the front. And then he said with a big smile, but that's easy for me to say because I'm on the sidelines and Jacob is out there doing all the hard work.
Parker Boone the third right there on your left, talking with Senior Masters champ Dino Castillo. Dino, tour rep for Brunswick, which is the staff that Jacob and Kevin McCune are on. Not a good sign to start either for Jacob here in game 3. Getting back to the NBA down 0-3. No team has ever come back from 0-3 in the NBA. Only once has it ever happened in the NHL.
Oh. Who?
Oh, no, I knew you were going to ask that.
Oh, no. Open frame again. He's had at least one open frame in every game today. He had 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and another one here in the third.
Bet you I'm going to get a text, though, letting me know which NHL team it was. Now, McCune, biggest spotlight of his young career, game 3, looking to capture his first ever event and a major. Great way to start after the open frame by Butcher.
It'd be the first major for the McCune family. We've spent so much of the broadcast talking about the 3 generations of McCunes on the tour. The grandfather, Don, a former player of the year in '73. His father, Eugene, who's in attendance here today. There he is.
Yep.
Won 3 times on the PBA tour. And now son Kevin trying to win one as well. It's been 11 years since a McCune won on the PBA tour. Oh boy. And we may be just about 11 minutes away from it happening again.
50 years ago, Grandpa, player of the year on this tour.
1973. Won his first tour title in '68, the Fort Worth Open, July 14th, 1968. That's when the McCunes first put their stamp on the PBA tour.
I mean, that kid looks like he could make a grizzly bear run the other way, right?
That is a big test right now for Jacob Butcher. Down 2 games. Can't find any level of consistent success today.
According to Strike Track, the moves are minimal. Just another board right, same zone, and it's not working. Hasn't worked in 2 games.
Oh, come on.
Huge mistake.
Back-to-back open frames.
And extra chum in the water now for Kevin McCune.
For sure. Crowd trying to pick up Butcher. He needs something, but McCune's got that look.
Good shot. Another ball change for Jacob Butcher on that left lane. Has that ball found a home on the left lane? Stay tuned. Oh,
3 in a row for McCune.
Mother, may I? Yes, you may.
All right, there's Jesse Irich, general manager here at Bolero North Brunswick. On the right of your screen, Debbie Stein, ops manager here. Thank you guys for hosting us for so long. Great turnout, sold out yesterday, sold out here again today. Great to be back in this venue, too. First time in 9 years. PBA has been here. McCune. Yeah, Mom knows what's in the works right now. The lead has elevated to 55.
Yeah, it looks like he's created his own trough on that left lane as well.
Some greats have won inside this building. Jason Belmonte, Pete Weber, Norm Duke, Tommy Jones, Chris Barnes, Walter Ray Williams Jr., Dick Weber. It's not going Butter's way. We talked about the unpredictable nature of his game, and that's kind of well known across the tour. But with that unpredictable nature, it's valleys and it's peaks.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a peak yet.
The execution's just not there, and the part of the lane that he's playing is not working. Missing spares. It's just an avalanche of trouble for Jacob Buttriff. All of his misses are high.
Needs momentum. Gets one on the left lane. Much needed strike in the 6th for Buttriff. 2 strikes, 2 open frames. And that has created a huge opening for the flamethrower, Nuke, Kevin McCune, who's just a few frames away from his first tour title. The on-lane graphics you see, including the oil patterns, which are projected on today's lanes, courtesy of our good friends at Clutch Bowling.
Yeah, good stuff there. I've always been a fan of Clutch Bowling. Speaking of Clutch Bowling, this guy getting up on the right lane's been pretty clutch.
Kevin McCune now just a few frames away from taking that hardware we showed you just moments ago. The lead is at 55. That's 5 strikes in a row, so we've got ourselves another 6-pack alert. If Kevin strikes here, he's going to take home $1,000, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly.
He strikes here, it's all but over. All right, yeah. First time we've seen a really big miss by Kevin McCune all day.
But it's a manageable miss.
Oh, absolutely.
Just the 6.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been 5. Instead, it's just a 6-pin. Yep, he knows the score. He knows what he has to do. He knows he's just 3 frames away from capturing a major championship.
And there's his dad, mom, commissioner of the PBA, Tom Clark, there on the left, watching this one.
Eugene's already counting the money.
He's got a chance to make more money next weekend at the Super Slam down in Florida, live on FS1 and Fox.
And Jacob will have a chance for redemption next week.
But he's not going to remember this day.
No, nor should he want to ever.
Scrub this one. He might take a shot of MEK when this one is done. Try to move on.
You're back on that? I bet you have some in your garage.
No idea what to do with it, but I'm sure I have it. It's all rusted out.
Rough day for Buttriff, but, you know, honestly, we never really saw him try to do anything different, right? I mean, it was just like hook it, hook it, hook it. The shape was always kind of the same in the same part of the lane.
There you go.
He did change to a different ball in that left lane, and I know you'll love the name of this ball he went to.
I'll be the judge of that.
Troublemaker.
It's all right.
Exactly what Kevin McCune has been today, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. 9 spare works, 22.2 miles per hour.
Yeah, he's thinking about his victory speech right now, right?
Yeah, he's thinking about how big a wheelbarrow he's going to need for all that cash.
Hammers that one into the pit.
Biggest check of his career, biggest win, obviously, and biggest win for the family.
For sure. First major won by the McCune family.
And more history.
They've been at it since the 60s.
Doesn't matter. Max score for Buttriff, 225. Is that right?
205.
I'm sorry, 205.
Ooh, almost a great pickup from McCune. So he'll take a open frame there in the 9th, then take a seat. And you're going to hear some big-time applause coming up when he steps up in the 10th.
McCune only needs 4 in the 10th frame. I think he can manage that. There's the max scores. Your number 2 seed right there. Disappointing day for Jacob. Yeah, just messy.
I mean, remember, McCune went through Zach Tackett in the round of 12 and then dropped the 1 seed E.J. Tackett in the round of 8. And then Anthony Simonson, who'll be your runner-up in the Player of the Year contest yesterday in the semis.
Yep.
And I know the opposition maybe didn't bowl their best against him, but he took on some top-flight competition. There you go, Jacob. 2 more shots, and then the coronation. One more shot for Jacob. Been a frustrating afternoon for that talent. A win today, and Buttriff would have been Hall of Fame eligible.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
178, 204, 175. For Jacob Buttriff this afternoon.
But here's your story. Kevin McCune. Fire it and win it! The satisfying moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers.
29.3 on the last shot. He was trying to get to 30. Great job by Kevin McCune. Congrats. Wow.
Nuke wins his first tour title in front of mom and dad. Christine, Eugene, your son Kevin has won on the PBA Tour.
What a run. What an amazing run. Wow. You earned it.
We'll have the trophy celebration live when our coverage of the PBA Players Championship continues here on Fox. What a moment for the McCune family. Kevin winning his first PBA Tour title in front of mom and dad, Eugene, a former pro on the tour, as was his grandfather, Don. So now 3 generations of McCunes winning on the PBA Tour. Pretty good Mother's Day gift for Christine right there. She hugs her son, Kevin McCune, who has won for the first time on the PBA Tour. And it came at a major, the first time a competitor on the PBA Tour has won a major as their first title since Chris Vi did it back in 2020. And it was in emphatic fashion. Wins by 28, 43, and 45 pins today for Kevin McCune.
Yeah, it was a slaughter. Kevin McCune was never tested any time in any match
on any telecast throughout this event. And, you know, when your opponents don't average 200 at you, that's a really good thing for your camp. You take a look at the scores today. Jacob Butcher, I mean, 178, 204, 175 is not going to get it done anytime, anywhere on the PBA Tour.
This was Kevin McCune's first time on television. You know, we saw him yesterday, week before. What impressed you about this young talent?
He was so poised, right? And he just stuck with the game plan. His strategy was really, really good. And he stayed with his A game, and that was the heaters, right? He brought it. He made really good quality shots all day today and throughout. And he took down some of the Goliaths of the tour. And he just seemed unfazed by all of the big moments. He was just never fazed by anything.
Nothing bothered him. We saw it during warm-ups.
Right.
We saw it yesterday. We saw it today as well. Convincing win as Kevin McCune becomes a first-time winner on the PBA Tour. You know what he's been waiting for?
Tell me.
The trophy presentation.
Yeah.
All right, let's take it down lane. John Weber, Tournament Director, PBA Commissioner Tom Clark, and Kimberly Pressler. Kimberly?
Thanks, guys. John Weber, would you please do the honor?
Kevin, congratulations to you. I'm happy for you and your family. Went for 3 generations of the McCunes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very nice.
And a few words from the PBA, from the Commissioner, Tom Clark.
Hi, Kimberly. First of all, happy Mother's Day to you and all the mothers out there, and thanks for watching. First, you know, Jacob Butcher has had an incredible career. We feel for him today, but I know that he's going to end up with enough credentials to get in the Hall of Fame one day. But what we saw here today was an awesome display of power. And this young man ran through a murderer's row of incredible players: E.J. Tackett, Anthony Simonson, Jacob Butcher. And I was sitting with his mom and dad that whole show, and I'll tell you, your mom especially, it's Mother's Day, she was nervous. She was nervous. And but you know what? She's real happy right now. Congratulations. A star is born on the PBA Tour. First major championship. Congratulations, Kevin.
Thank you.
Kevin, a star is born is the perfect statement for today. Now I'm going to ask you one question, because you're going to go up and sit with Rob and Randy in a few minutes. So I got to ask you, how does it sound? You are a major champion.
It sounds real good, because now I have one up on my dad.
Congratulations.
I just want to thank all my sponsors, too. I mean, I couldn't do it without Hammer and all the brands of Brunswick, Bolify. I mean, look at this awesome jersey. Turbo, Genesis, Knight Automotive. I couldn't do any of it without them and all their support. And it's just an unreal feeling.
We'll see you in a few more minutes when you go up and talk with Rob and Randy. But right now, why don't you go celebrate with all your fans here. Congratulations on your win.
Welcome to the big leagues, kid. Kevin McCune winning his first title on the tour that just happens to be a major. What a special Mother's Day for the McCune family. And Kevin will join us live on set to talk more about it as well. He handled that like a grizzled veteran, thanking all the sponsors, checking all the boxes. He knows what he's doing. He's learned from some pretty good people in front of him.
Mature beyond his years.
And the kid can throw it with gas. Kevin McCune, the first to win their first tour title at a major in 3 years. And Kevin McCune, your PBA Players Champion, will join us live on the set next here as our coverage returns on Fox. We welcome you back to Fox Sports Live coverage of the PBA Players Championship. There's your winner, Kevin McCune, with another winner there. Look at the smile on that young fan's face. What a great outing from Kevin McCune. Rob Stone, Randy Pedersen back here with you. Certainly not Jacob Butruff's day. He had an opportunity to become Hall of Fame eligible by winning his second major today. It didn't happen. It just was not his day. And really from the opening frame, which was an open frame back in game one, he ended up having 7 open frames over the course of 3 games. Jacob standing by live with our Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, Rob. Unfortunately, it was a very frustrating day for you, Jacob, but you just seem to not be able to get comfortable out there right from the very start. What happened?
The lanes were definitely different today. I feel like no matter what, they were definitely hooking a lot earlier than they had been when we bowl on the TV pair this week. So I just couldn't get comfortable with that. Missed a couple of spares the last game, and unfortunately, that's how she wrote it.
As the games progressed, do you feel like it was more about the lanes, or was it more physical, or was it more mental?
It started with physical, and then at that point, it just ended up being mental. So I think that I just have to kind of take a step back and realize that I did bowl good to get here, and one match never determines a career.
Well, this doesn't have to be the bad thing that it is, because you had so many people here that were celebrating you today, and then you have someone like Parker Bone in the wings there for you when you need it. What does that mean to you?
I can't even put in words to express how it really is. Having the support here, I think, is absolutely amazing, and I'm so thankful for every bit of it. And without them, I wouldn't be where I am today.
At the top of the show, you said that today is going to be a win no matter what. I mean, you walk away with $50,000 in your pocket, and your season, that's right, and your season is still not over. I mean, you have the Super Slam next week and $100,000 on the line for that. So what does it mean to you to be part of that?
Well, I just can't bowl Kevin in the title match, but no.
Already making jokes. I love it.
He bowled phenomenal. I'm super happy to see him win in front of his parents, and I think that I'm just going to use this as motivation for next week.
Well, no matter what, I know that your mom is looking down, super proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And we will see Jacob next weekend on FS1 and Fox with our coverage of the PBA Super Slam Cup presented by Bolero. You see the winners of the majors will be taking part, and Buttriff will be there as well. Rob Stone, Randy Pedersen back here with you. Jacob Buttriff, so kind and graceful to accommodate us with that live interview after an extremely frustrating Sunday on the lanes. And as Bill O'Neill told us the other day, it's really hard to win out here.
Yeah, it really is. It was frustrating to watch from my vantage point, because it felt like Jacob never changed zones. There was the only adjustment was maybe a ball change on the left lane, but that zone never changed. And he's better than that. This guy knows how to bowl. Obviously, I mean, he's 2 wins away from getting into the Hall of Fame, 1 major away from being Hall of Fame eligible. But to stay in the same zone for 3 games and average a little over 186. Is never going to get it done. And I'm surprised that he never got away from that spot. It was third arrow, third arrow, third arrow. And that really never changed in 3 games. And his score dictates that was not going to work.
Yeah, scores of 178, 204, and then a 175, 7 open frames over the course of 3 games. So Kevin McCune taking advantage of it and winning his first PBA Tour title. We're going to hear from Kevin live in just a moment. I want to remind you on Saturday here on Fox, got some baseball action coming your way. Mookie Betts.
I like him.
Yeah,
and I like the Dodgers. You know that.
I know. You like Mookie Betts. He's a darn good bowler as well. He and the Dodgers take on the Cardinals. Or Julio Rodriguez leads the Mariners against Ronald Acuna Jr. and the Braves. That is Saturday, 7 Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox. Also available on the Fox Sports app. USFL action coming up next here on Fox. But when our coverage returns here to the PBA Players Championship, we're going to hear from the man on the left. Kevin McCune joins us live on the set. We started the day with 2 generations of McCunes having won on the PBA Tour. It's always fun when we can update a graphic live. It is now 3 generations of PBA champs, courtesy of the McCune family. Don, Eugene, and Kevin today winning his first tour title, and it comes at the final major of the season, the PBA Players Championship. And Nuke was electric today. They nuked the competition, nuked Jacob Buttriff. Wins of 28, 43, and 45 pins, and he joins us right now. Congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
By the way.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. At what point did you feel this one was going to go your way?
Kind of halfway through game 2. I saw him start to really struggle with which ball he wanted to go into. I knew he probably wasn't confident in certain balls, but I mean, Jacob's Jacob, just like EJ and Simo, he can strike at will once he figures it out. But he was really lost on pretty much both lanes, and all I had to do was maintain composure and make sure I hit the pocket. I mean, if I hit the pocket, I liked my chances of striking.
Kevin, congratulations. And I agree with you, but remember yesterday, so Butcher shoots like 175 to start against O'Neal. It's the same kind of picture, right? The same movie we saw in game 1 against you. And then what does he do? He comes out game 2 and starts with the front 7. Were you kind of expecting that to happen in game 2?
100%.
Okay, and then all of a sudden that didn't happen. I mean, through 5 frames of game 2, he's in the 180s.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely not surprising to me. Or, I mean, it was surprising. Because, I mean, knowing Jacob, once he gets the right roll, he strikes all day. He's one of the highest striking players out here. It's amazing what he can do with the bowling ball.
Yeah, and a lot of players say the same thing, Rob. Nobody outstrikes Jacob Butcher when he gets on the strike train.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad here in attendance, what did they say to you after you finally won it all?
They're really proud. I mean, my dad's a little bit mad.
How?
I one-upped him.
Uh-huh. Such a good kid you are. Huh? You raised a good one, right? One-upped him by finally winning a major for the McCune family as well. And you got to check your phone to see if Grandpa has chimed in as well. What does it mean, though, to you, to your dad, to your grandfather, having 3 generations of McCunes having won on the PBA Tour?
I mean, that was the whole reason I came out here. I knew I was good. I knew I was going to be able to compete. I didn't know how long it'd take me to get adjusted. I mean, obviously, I still have adjusting to do. I won a major, but I found something at the right time. I mean, when you find something in a tournament, you run with it, and that's what I did. But there's still a lot of learning out here, and, I mean, now everybody knows I'm here to compete and hopefully keep on competing every week.
Just your second year full-time on the PBA Tours. We're going to take a look back at our championship recap. Randy and you are going to talk us through game number 1 and, you know, an opening mistake by Butcher for an open frame in the first. And you started with the strike in the first, and you never trailed through the course of the afternoon.
Yeah, you got off to a great start with that nasty slap on the 9-pin. And then after that, Kevin, take us through your process.
The 9-pin was a good shot. I moved in a little bit off of that the next time I went over there. But the right lane was a little bit tight to start. So I just went to tucking the pinky early, and then it helps me get my ball roll a little bit earlier.
Sure.
So that way to get the ball started up. And obviously, as you can see how the game went on, I was able to throw a couple strikes on that right lane and lock it up here in the 10th. And just being able to know what does what was it really able to help me understand, especially after yesterday.
And then with your foot pressed firmly on the gas pedal, you start game 3. Spare 5-bagger. Yeah. What were you thinking after that 5th strike in a row?
Yeah, I just had to stay the course and hit the pocket. Whatever I had to do, just hit the pocket. And if I got 9, I got 9.
How fast do you think you threw that one down there to get those final few pins?
I was trying to give the crowd 30.
Yeah, you got real close. I mean, it looked like you were throwing an 8-pounder down the lane.
It's just a beautiful moment.
Yep.
You know, not many people get something like that, winning your first tour title in front of your parents and on Mother's Day. As you take a look at the scores today, and Kevin McCune sweeping Jacob Butcher here at the PBA Players Championship. You're not done. You got a couple days off, and you pack your bags and head down to Florida for the Super Slam. Did you think at any point Super Slam was going to be in your future here in 2023?
I mean, I never counted it out, but also being realistic, I'm like, I have a lot of learning still to do. I mean, so to be able to go and compete is something that I'm truly honored to be able to do, especially considering I'm going to be the youngest one there. I mean, Simo's only a little bit older than me, but he has a couple of years out here on me.
For sure.
Kevin, Rob, he said, you know, your second year full-time. The biggest stage of your young career happens here at the Players. You take on E.J. Tackett, the hottest player on the planet right now, the second hottest player on the planet, Simonson, and then Butcher for the title, your first win ever. It's a major. You had to be nervous at some point, no?
I'm not really the nervous type. Baseball has prepared me well. I mean, I played baseball on TV in front of people. I came in with bases loaded to pitch my sophomore year of high school, and it was a 1-0 game. I gave up 1 run with no outs with bases loaded. We went on to win 2-1. I mean, I closed that game out to help us win, and baseball has helped me prepare me. And, I mean, that was on TV. So I had TV time, and this was just another TV time for me.
It's been nonstop hugs and conversation since you went. Has it set in yet? You're a major champion, man.
It hasn't, but I'm sure it will when we make this 11-and-a-half-hour drive home.
We'll have plenty of time to discuss things in that 11.5 hours in the car. Kevin McCune, congratulations. Thanks for joining us live. He is a major champion. Kevin McCune will be back to wrap things up when our live coverage of the PBA Players Championship on Fox returns. The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you. By Guaranteed Rate. Want to move fast? With same-day mortgage, you can go from application to approval in as fast as 1 day to get you closing on the home of your dreams in just 10 days. Learn more at rate.com. And by Bolero, the #1 place to bowl, party, and play with over 325 locations nationwide. Head to Bolero.com today to find a center near you. Kevin McCune pocketing $100,000 today by winning his first title on the PBA Tour. Kevin's got a chance for another title next week when our coverage of the Guaranteed Rate PBA Tour continues. It's the PBA Super Slam Cup presented by Bolero, Saturday on FS1 at 2, Sunday the final on Fox at 2 Eastern. EJ Tackett will be there, your presumptive player of the year this season.
EJ Tackett, U.S. Open champ and World Championship winner.
Pretty loaded crew. It's not just Tackett. This guy named Jason Belmonte, your TOC champ, is going to be there as well.
Simonson, Masters champ. Buttriff gets there because he finished 4th at the World Championship. It just so happened that EJ finished first, followed by Belmonte. Here's his TOC win. And then Simonson. Remember, Belmonte won the TOC in 2 days. It was 2 days that he had to bowl just to climb that ladder to win the Tournament of Champions.
Should be a fun show. It's going to be a loaded field. We know that already. And that man will be there as well, Kevin McCune. Yeah, not Eugene.
Not Eugene.
It is Kevin McCune, who just won the PBA Players Championship. Coming up next year on Fox, USFL live action. The Memphis Showboats taking on the New Orleans Breakers. For Randy Pedersen, Kimberly Pressler, and our entire crew here in New Jersey, I'm Rob Stone. You have been watching the PBA on Fox, and you just witnessed history. 3 generations of McCunes have now won on the PBA Tour as Kevin McCune wins for the first time as he takes the final major of the season, the PBA Players Championship.